Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Warrior Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule is for you to always verify whatever it is you learn, whether it's on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule to life. So getting into the video, this video is going to be about how to increase your FICO credit score forever. That's right. You heard me, forever. Now, some of you may be wondering, and you're probably like, what do you mean by forever? To put it in layman's term, I mean forever, meaning that you will have the knowledge and the understanding to be able to increase your FICO credit score for the rest of your life. And this includes when they go and they change the numbers like FICO 10 and 10X and things like that. So getting into the video, over time I've done videos. I did a video with 65%, understanding 65% of your credit score and what plays a role with 65%, meaning your payment history and the amount you owe and things like that. I also did a video on the 35% categories that make up your FICO credit score. And overall, I've done countless amounts of videos letting people know what goes into their FICO credit score. But this video is going to be about something that's hidden. And I believe that this should be the sixth category. And in my opinion, it is the sixth category and is more important than the other categories. Of course, paying on time is important. Paying what you owe is important. Of course, watching your hard inquiry is important. And new accounts and accounts mixtures and things like that. All of those things are important. But in this video, I'm going to go over what I believe is the sixth category that's hidden and that's rarely talked about, that's most important. So take a look at the screen. For those of you who are new here and you're new to learning about FICO credit scoring, there are 5 categories that go into your FICO credit score. And those 5 categories equal to 100%. So just think of it as a pie. And the bigger the piece of the pie, the more important it is to that 100%, the whole pie. So taking a look at the screen, you'll see that 35% of that pie, of the 100, is based on your payment history. So that means you need to be paying on time because that makes up 35% of your FICO credit score. 30% is based on the amount that you owe. This is where utilization plays a role and you paying down on whatever loans that you have, that plays a role. And of course, it relates to paying on time as well. So based on the chart, 65% of your pie is dedicating to paying on time and paying what you owe. So if you have loans, you need to be paying them down. If you have accounts, you need to be paying them down. If you have credit cards, of course, you need to be paying those credit cards on time. And in my opinion, what I always tell my subscribers is to pay them off in full every month. So that's 65% of your credit score, which is important. 65 is based on that. Then you go to the next piece of pie, which is 15%. 15% of your FICO credit score is based on the length of your credit history. This is why I always tell people to leave their accounts open. I always tell people that even if you have to go and spend a small amount of money, whether you have to go to a gas station once a month or you go to the dollar store or whatever it may be, make sure you keep those cards active and open, because a lot of people, they say, hey, I no longer have a need for this card. You know, I don't use it. I don't want to use it because I'm not getting anything from it. But you want to leave those cards open, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, by the way, because it helps in the long run when it comes to credit history. I always tell people the story about when I had a Best Buy credit card. I opened it up in 2006. This was actually my first credit card before I even knew how to manage a credit card, before I even thought about a secured credit card. I don't even know if secured cards was around back then. Maybe it was a couple of them around. I don't know. But this is back then in 2006. And I didn't know anything about utilization. I just knew if you had a credit card, you're supposed to pay on time whenever your bill was due. So that's all I knew. And what I was doing was I would max out my card. Of course, we know that's bad because I would pay the minimum payment. So I was making a huge mistake. But I had a credit card that was opened in 2006, and that card ended up closing in 2014 because of a lack of usage. I stopped using it a couple of years prior to it closing, and I just put it away, and I just thought it would stay open because remember, I didn't know much about FICO credit scoring, nor did I know about credit cards and how they worked. So you figure this is 2024. Had I left that card open, I would be going on nearly 19 years of credit history, and that's close to 20. That would help you out tremendously. So since the card closed in 2014, it ended up hurting my FICO credit score. So this is why I always tell people that it's important to leave those cards open, leave them active, even if you have to spend a very small amount that you could pay off in full when your statement is due or whenever, but leave them active and leave them open because it will help you in the long run. You never know when you're going to need that credit history. Looking back at the chart, another 10% of that pie of your credit score is dedicated to new credit history. This is when you go and you apply for a new loan, whether it's an auto loan or a mortgage or a new credit card, wherever you're picking up hard inquiries, you want to limit your hard inquiries because the way how FICO credit scoring and the three major credit bureaus look at it is the more you're applying for new lines of credit, it makes them believe that you're being more desperate. So that's going to have an impact on your credit score. You don't want them to look at you like you're someone that's desperate for credit because in their mind, it makes them think that you're irresponsible or you're just desperate for money. And someone who's desperate for money, the chances of them paying you back and paying you back in full is much smaller than someone who's not desperate for money. So you never want to be out here looking like you're desperate for money. That's why I always tell people to keep their hard inquiries low. You want to make sure that you do that. So watch out for your hard inquiries and the new accounts that you apply for. And also be careful when actually adding new accounts because you don't want to add too much because then it'll be harder to manage it. So you know how many credit cards you can have. So be conscious of that. It's very important for you to do. Be conscious of that. Now, looking back at the chart, the last 10% is dedicated towards credit mix. The FICO credit scoring system, it loves credit mixtures. That's whether you have a mortgage and credit cards or an auto loan and a mortgage or an auto loan and credit cards, whatever it may be, a mixture of accounts, the FICO credit scoring system loves it. Now, does that mean that you have to have just about every type of account that it is? No, it doesn't mean that. You can have two, but whatever it is, if it's a mixture, the FICO credit scoring system favors mixtures and it adds up to 10% of that 100% of the pie that we talked about. So those are the 5 categories. I just wanted to break those 5 categories down for people who may not know what the 5 categories are because there are people who are new to FICO credit scoring watching this video. But this video is about the 6th category and it's hidden. You notice that it's not on the chart. And this all starts with you. It's a personal thing. So it starts with you. I remember when I first started my credit scoring journey, one of the most impactful things that happened to me prior to me starting my credit scoring journey in 2014, early 2015 is failure. I failed. I came from a place of desperation, and usually, unless someone was able to start off with a 700 credit score or they were an authorized user early on in the game or something like that, it's usually failure that starts someone's journey, either failure, embarrassment, or all of the above. For me, it was all of the above. I went to a car dealership and I tried to apply and get a car and I got denied. Then I went to another dealership. I was approved, but I had to return the car back. So that was embarrassing. You figure the early embarrassment from getting denied at the other dealerships. And then on top of that, I had to return the car that I was approved of. So it was at that point where I was just like, hey, whatever it takes to turn this whole situation around, I'm going to do it. And that's the 6th hidden category, in my opinion. It's the mental aspect. You really have to be prepared to make changes because a lot of you, the way how you view credit cards and the way how you view credit in general is not healthy. For instance, if you have the mentality of, I don't need credit scores and credit scores aren't important, it's a high possibility you are not going to work yourself up to having a good or excellent credit score because you already feel negative about it. And that negative feeling will add towards you not wanting to put in the necessary work in order to stick this out until you do accomplish a good or excellent credit score. You'll go and you'll try to find every shortcut that it is. Hey, send me a dispute letter. Hey, what about those CPNs? Hey, how could I go about increasing my credit score by 90 points in 30 days? Hey, how can I qualify for a home loan or an auto loan with a low credit score, even though the interest is going to be high? I just want to get my foot in the door. How can I do that? And people do this over and over and over again, and they do it all throughout their adulthood. And I have seen it happen. I constantly come across people doing it, and it just continues because they don't want to make that mental commitment to finally saying, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm going to learn how to do it, and I'm going to learn how to do it the right way. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to learn everything that I need to know in order to increase my credit score to the good and excellent range and be able to do it forever, not just for myself, but for my loved ones as well. And it's a mental thing, and it snaps for some people. It snaps instantly for some people, and they just get right on it. But for some people, it take a lifetime of just failing over and over again and just taking the shorts and whatever is offered to them at the minimal. Oh, I want to qualify for this home loan with a 580 or a 620, or oh, give me an auto loan and I just want whatever car I could get. I don't care what the interest rate is. Give it to me. And you got to get out of that mindset and change your mindset to wanting better and expecting better. And also have the mindset of, hey, I'm going to learn what I need to learn and be willing to go through the fire. Like I stated before on this channel, my credit score was stuck at a 660 before for 9 straight months throughout my journey. In the beginning of my journey, you know how frustrating that could be. That's very frustrating. But I kept going because I know I wanted my credit score to get to the good range. And that was my reason. That was my why. I was tired of being embarrassed. I was tired of failing when it comes to credit scores and not knowing about it. And I determined at the moment I got embarrassed from having to return my car that I was going to change the situation forever. And you can do it as well. It all starts mentally. You can know the 5 categories like the back of your hand, but if you're not applying what you know, it's pointless. Watching this video isn't going to be all you need. You need to apply what you learn. So I just gave you everything that you need in order to increase your credit score forever. I gave you all the knowledge that you need. I gave you the 5 categories. I even gave you the 6th category, but you have to be willing to apply that 6th category, which is the mental part, and put in the work to do it. But I just wanted to share this with you all. I hope that you take this in and you do some thinking. And if your credit score isn't in the good or excellent range, you'll use this video as motivation to get it there. But one thing that I want to share with you all before I end this video is next Friday, June 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m., I'll be on live. 7 p.m. Eastern time, that is. I'll be on live on Sledge Inc. team. I'm going to be talking with Sledge over there, and I'm going to be letting some things off of my mind. I got a couple of things on my mind that I want to talk about, so you don't want to miss it, and you want to tune in. That's next Friday, June 28th, 2024 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But anyways, if you're new here and you feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Some of you have been complaining that you haven't been getting my videos by YouTube. That's the reason why you did not click on the bell and select all. So click on the bell and select all. If you have all notifications clicked on, you will get notifications of every video and every post that I make. Also, this goes to every single one of you watching right now, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. That's your way of showing support for this video. It also lets the algorithm know you support this channel. If you're a subscriber and you're watching this video, hit the like button. Do not short me on the likes if you support this channel. I appreciate every single one of you stopping by and watching. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? In the description box below, I always tell people, check out the description box below for extra resources from Water Your Soil. Part of the description box also showcases my book that I have. I have a book. It's been out for a while now. It's been out for years. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. The book is available. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. Most online bookstores have the book. And the book is basically about how FICO credit scoring works. Once you understand how FICO credit scoring works, you're pretty much on your way to helping yourself build, develop, and maintain a good credit score. So check the book out whenever you get a chance.